In last video of skewness, we have discussed what is skewness, what is positive skewness and what is negative skewness. In today's video, we will discuss the Karl Pearson methods of measuring skewness. Is a very important method. So many times there is a question in examination from the Karl Pearson skewness. As far as other measures of skewness, other measures of the statistics concerned, sometimes they don't write which method you have to use, but as far as the skewness is concerned, in examination also they have written that calculate the skewness with the help of the Karl Pearson method or either Bowley method. So it's very important. Today we are going to discuss the methods of Karl Pearson to measuring the skewness. So the very simple, the skewness of the Karl Pearson SK, that is x bar minus z. So it's very simple. We already know how to calculate x bar. We already know how to calculate modal value or arithmetic mean. So the skewness is nothing new. Skewness is just only the difference between x bar and z, that is called the skewness. And the coefficient of skewness, that is x bar minus z divided by standard deviation. Standard deviation also we know how to calculate the standard deviation. So it is very easy to calculate Karl Pearson skewness and coefficient of the skewness. For getting the skewness, we will having the difference between the value of arithmetic mean and the value of mode, that is called the value of skewness by the Karl Pearson. If we want to know the coefficient of skewness by the Karl Pearson method, then we have to use the formula x bar minus arithmetic mean minus mode divided by standard deviation. How to calculate standard deviation already we have discussed in the previous video, how you will calculate the standard deviation, etc. But sometimes we feel some difficulties in calculating mode as for as suppose individual series is over there. So it is very difficult to, in individual series we can't calculate modal value. At that we will use the alternative formula for the skewness. So as we know the relationship between x minus z, x bar minus z is equal to 3x bar minus m. This relationship we have gone through when we gone through with the measurement of the center tendency, and in measurement of the center tendency we have discussed the relationship between mean, median and mode. There was the relationship there. So if we are feeling any problem in calculating a modal value, or we are having, suppose individual series, in individual series the modal value is absent. So in that type of the series, if we are to calculate the Karl Pearson skewness is over there, then we will use 3x bar minus m instead of this. So our skewness formula will be having 3x bar minus m. But this is the second formula. This is the alternative formula. If firstly we will use this formula, that is arithmetic mean minus mode, but in case we are unable to having measurement of the x bar, then we have to use this x bar minus m, because x bar minus z is equal to 3x bar minus m. So we will use for calculating the skewness, we will use 3x bar minus 3 m, and coefficient of skewness, that is 3x bar minus m divided by standard deviation. If sometimes in question also they have mentioned that calculate the Karl Pearson coefficient with the help of the median, then we have to use this. It means our first choice to calculate the skewness with the methods of the Karl Pearson, that is x bar minus z. If it is difficult to calculate the modal value, or we are having the question which have bimodal or more than 2 modal is over there, we are having the suspicion in calculating the modal value, then we will use that formula, that is the measurement of the skewness is 3x bar minus m, and the coefficient of skewness is 3x bar minus m. divided by standard deviation. So nothing to be discussed. Already we know how to calculate arithmetic mean, how to calculate model value, how to calculate median value, how to calculate standard deviation already we know. So we don't having new one any formula already, but only we have to keep these all value in this form for getting the skewness. So in today's video we will having the practice of a case of discrete series. In a case of discrete series, how can we calculate the Karl-Pearson coefficient is over there. So I am having the two problem of the discrete series today, and we will discuss in discrete series. It is very in discrete series the model value is absent, so we will use that formula for calculating skewness, that is 3x bar minus m, and coefficient of skewness is 3x bar minus m divided by standard deviation. Okay, so I am having the problem of discrete series. So in first video we will having the problem of discrete series, and then we will discuss for the firstly I am having firstly individual series. In individual series, not in discrete series, in individual series is model value cannot be calculated. So the very first we are having in discrete series there is a frequency, so the mode can be calculated, but in individual series, so what I am saying, individual series, in a case of individual series, how to calculate Karl-Pearson's coefficient. So the value of skewness will be 3x bar minus m, and coefficient of skewness will be 3x bar minus m divided by standard deviation. Because in individual series, each of the item repeated only one times, so the frequency is equal. So the frequency is equal, so there will be absence of model value. So in this in case of individual series, we have to use this formula for calculating Karl-Pearson's coefficient of skewness. So I am having some questions about related to this. One question is over there. X is given 35, 25, 33, 50, 37, then 35, then 33, then 35, then 30. 9 value is given, and we are to calculate Karl-Pearson coefficient of skewness. For getting this, the very first we will keep number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8 and number 9. For calculating median value, whether we require the series into ascending order or descending order, so the very first we will put all these in ascending order. So the very small item is 25, then 30, then 33 2 times, this 33, this 33, then 35, 35 and 35, 1, 2 and 3 times, 37 1 times and 50. Here the frequency of 35 is maximum, so the model value may be having 35. So we can having this formula also, we will discuss. Okay, no problem at all. So the very first value of m is size of n plus 1 upon 2th item value. So the value of m is equal to 9 plus 1 upon 2th item value, that is 5th item. So median is 35. So first we have calculate value of median, that is 35. Here the 35 is repeating a maximum time, so the model value also having 35. Mode, if we will calculate mode, because in this series the frequency is repeating. If we will see the frequency, 35 having 3 frequency, 33 have 2 frequency, this have 1, this have 1, 37 also having one, 35, 50 also having one. So in this series, especially in this individual series, we can calculate model value also, because there is a repetition of this number is also. So later we will discuss on this. The very first we have calculated the median. Median is the size of n plus 1 upon 2th item value. So the item is 9, so 9 plus 1 upon 2, that is 5th item, and 5th item is 35. So the very first we have calculated the value of median here. Second we want the value of x bar. So the value of x bar is equal to sigma x divided by n. For getting sigma x, we will adding all these 25 plus 30 plus 33 plus 33 plus 35 plus 35 plus 35 plus 37 plus 50. So addition is addition of all item, that is 25 one times, 30 one times, 33 one times, 2 times, 35 one times, 2 times, 3 times, then 37 one times, then 50 one times. 313. So addition of this is 313. So that is 313 divided by 9. 34.77. So value is 34.78. Here we have calculated 34.78, that is the value of x bar. But we are feeling some problem here, because it is in not in odd number. So for calculating standard deviation, we will use assume in method. That will be easiest method for that. So suppose assume mean is 35 and dx. We are taking as assume mean is 35, and we are having the deviation x minus a. Dx is equal to x minus a. We are taking 35 as a assume mean, and we were having the deviation. So the deviation from 35, 25 minus 35, that is minus 10. 30 minus 35, that is minus 5, minus 2, 0, 0, 0, plus 2 and plus 15. So this total will be minus 7, because 15 and 15 cancel, 2 and 2 cancel. Okay. So having minus 2 only, what I am saying, 10 and 5, 17, 19, 21, minus 15, 17, 21, minus 15 and 17. This is minus 19, plus 17, that is minus 2. So the value of x bar with a assume mean plus sigma dx upon n. So assume mean is 35 minus 2 upon 9. Here also 34.78. Already we have calculated 34.78. So the words assume mean method is using for calculating standard deviation. So d square x, that is 100, that is 25, 4, 4, 0, 0, 0, 4, 225. 100 plus 25 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 225, that is 362. Value of this is 362. So now the standard deviation, well, sigma d square x upon n minus sigma dx upon n raised to power 2. So the standard deviation 362 divided by 9 minus 2 divided by 9 raised to power 2. So the value of standard deviation, 362 divided by 9 plus value, 2 divided by 9 square minus value, return, that is 6.33. So the value of standard deviation is 6.3382. So the value of standard deviation directly 6.3382. Standard deviation is 6.3382. So we have calculated all the values related to the Karl-Pearson coefficient of the skewness. Firstly, we have calculated the value of median. Then we calculated the value of arithmetic mean, value of model. On againly we have calculated two next value, that is called value of standard deviation. Now for getting the Karl-Pearson skewness, the first skewness is equal to 3x bar minus m, or skewness is equal to x minus z. Both method we can use. We are having both method, we having some difference may be over there. So with the help of this, skewness is equal to 3, value of x bar 34.78 minus 35. Here the skewness, that is 34.78 minus 35. So the very first 34.78 minus 35 multiplied by 3 minus 0.75. Skewness is minus 0.75. Here the value of skewness is minus 0.02. Multiply by 3 minus 0.66. Okay. Coefficient of skewness, that is x bar minus m divided by standard. Coefficient of skewness, that is x bar minus z divided by standard deviation. So here minus 0.66 divided 6.3382. Here minus 0.22 divided 6.3382. So the very easily we can getting the value of 6.3382. So minus 104, 0.104. There is a negative skewness is over there. Minus 0.0347. So in Karl-Pearson coefficient, in this we are having, there is a negative correlation is over there. Negative correlation shows that the value of x bar is less than median. So negative correlation, it means x bar is less than m, and m may be less than z or equal to. So with the help of the Karl-Pearson correlation, very easily, if you go to step by step, no problem at all, you can easily calculate Karl-Pearson correlation value. I am having another one example for the individual series, so that you may be having perfection in calculating Karl-Pearson skewness. So this is not a tough job. Very easily you know how to calculate arithmetic mean, how to calculate median, how to calculate standard deviation, and getting these all value, putting 3x bar minus m, you will get the value of skewness, and the coefficient of skewness also you can having calculation, that is minus 0.014. Okay. Now we are having another one example to make a perfection on the calculation of the Karl-Pearson value of skewness in a case of individual series. So I am having another one example. The value is given x, serial number, value is given 104, 106, 118, 130, 126, 124, 109, 93, 87, 83, 93, 87 and 83. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 value is given. So the very first, no, any of the item is not repeating. It means in this case of individual series, we can't calculate the value of mode. So that's why we have to use the another alternative formula for the Carl Pearson's coefficient of the skewness, that is x, for getting the skewness 3x bar minus m in, and for the coefficient of skewness 3x bar minus m divided by standard deviation. So the very first we write here serial number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Firstly, we are arranging the series in ascending order, that is 83, then 87, then 93, 1, 2, 3, then 104, then 109, 106, then 109, then 118, then 124, then 126, then 130. So the very first, for calculating median value, we arrange the series either in ascending order, either in descending order. So value of m is equal to size of n plus 1 upon 2th item value. So m is equal to 10 plus 1 upon 2th item value, that is 5.5th item. So 5.5th item lies between both of them. So the value of m will be 5th item plus 6th item divided by 2. So value of m is equal to 106 plus 109 divided by 2. $107.5. So median value is 107.5. Already we have discussed how to calculate median value in case we are getting 5.5. Already we have discussed. So the median value is 107.5. Already we have discussed. Median value we are writing here, m is equal to 107.5. One value we have calculated. Okay. Second, firstly, for getting sigma x, we are adding all the items, that is 83 plus 87 plus 93 plus 104 plus 106 plus 109 plus 118 plus 124 plus 126 plus 130. So 1080. 1080, it's a odd number. So we can having the direct method also of standard deviation, no problem at all. For getting x bar, that is sigma x divided by n, that is 1080 divided by 10, that is 108. So the value of x bar, that is 108. Now we can having the standard deviation with the direct method also, because this is not in points. So we do not want to having so many calculation. We can use this. So d is equal to x minus x bar. Okay. So 108, 83 minus 108, that is minus 25. 87 minus 108, that is minus 21. 93 minus 108, that is minus 15. 104 minus this, that is minus 4. That may be minus 2, that may be plus 1, that may be plus 10. 124 minus 108, that may be plus 16. Plus 16, then plus 18. And 130 minus 108, plus 22. So that should be 0. Firstly, we will check this. 22 plus value, 18 plus value, 16 plus value, 10 also plus value, 1 also plus value. So the plus value is 67. Okay. 2 is minus value, then 4 is minus value, then 15 is minus value, 21 is minus value, and 25 is also minus value. So we are getting 0. It means we are here. Now value of d square. So 25 multiplies 625. 21 multiply 21, that is 441. 15 multiply 15, that is 225. 4 multiply 4, that is 16. 4 1. Then 100. 16 multiply 16, that is 256. 18 multiply 18, that is 324. And last one, 22 multiply 21, that is 484. So the addition of this all is 2476. Okay. So we have calculated two value already. Now we want to calculate standard deviation. The value of standard deviation is sigma d square divided by, and direct method is over there. So 2476 divided by 10, that is under root 247.6. 15.74. So the value of standard deviation is 15.74. Third value also calculated, 15.74. Already we want three values for calculating skewness from the methods of Cole-Pearson. We want median calculated, we want arithmetic mean, that is also calculated, we want standard deviation, that is also calculated. So now with the help of the Cole-Pearson's method of skewness, the value of skewness is 3x bar minus m. So 3 value of x bar is higher, x bar is higher than m is higher than z, then positive skewness will be over there. Already we have gone through what is positive skewness, what is negative skewness. In previous video we have already discussed this. Okay. So 108 minus 107.5. So value of skewness is 0.5, that is 1.5. Coefficient of skewness, that is 3x bar minus m divided by standard deviation. 108 minus 107.5 divided by 15.74, that is 1.5 divided by 15.74. So the value of 0.095, that will be 0.0953. So 0.0953. So I think very easily you can calculate if in a case of individual series is available, very easily you can calculate the Cole-Pearson coefficient of skewness. Doesn't problem is over there, because all the value which is required for that already we are having so many discussion, how to calculate arithmetic mean, how to calculate median, how to calculate standard deviation. These three value we have to calculate, or either the value of mode may be also. So it's very easy to calculate the Cole-Pearson coefficient of skewness. I think this video will be helpful for you to learn how to calculate Cole-Pearson coefficient of skewness in a case of individual series.